Hi, I'm Monique from Take Me to Europe Tours. I'm here in beautiful Kos Island and I'm standing at the Asclepion. This is the ground zero for modern medicine in the West. It's the island where Hippocrates was born and lived. And this is the most extensive and important healing sanctuary in ancient Greece.
I think of Kos Island as the island of Asclepius and Hippocrates. It's also about all inclusive resorts, direct flights to loads of European cities, and gorgeous beaches and scenery. But the most important archaeological site on Kos is the Asclepion. It's just under 2 miles or 3 kilometres from Old Kos town. At the top of the site, you look down over Kos and across to Turkey, and you're surrounded by a cypress forest. It opens at 8 a.m. in summer, and if you arrive then, you'll have the place to yourself for a little while before the tour buses arrive. It's not easy to figure out the bus system, but they generally arrive once an hour. If you have your own transport, including e-bikes, this is definitely the best way to get there. So what is an Asclepion? You may have visited more than one of these in Greece. If you've seen an ancient Greek theatre, such as this one, the largest at Epidaurus, you will have probably come across an Asclepion. There are more than 300 of them. It's a religious sanctuary dedicated to the god of healing, Asclepius. Healing was a whole of body and lifestyle concept in ancient Greece, and so you won't just find a medical clinic at an Asclepion. You'll find a theatre for entertainment and distraction, and sometimes you'll find sporting facilities and a school of medicine. I mentioned that an Asclepion is a religious sanctuary, and healing also had a strong spiritual element, so you'll also find temples to various Greek gods at an Asclepion. Basic surgery was practiced here, using opium as a kind of anesthetic, and we get the international symbol for medicine and medical care from statues of Asclepius, the staff entwined with a snake. The Asclepion has 3 levels and a wide dramatic set of steps leading to each level. On the first level you have the entrance, the propylaea. The ancient Greeks always liked to make an entrance, and a propylaea is a monumental gateway. There's also the public baths and guest rooms that were built by the Romans in the 1st and 2nd centuries. But there would also have been Greek baths here, because purification is the first step in Hippocratic healing rituals. I think of the second level of the Asclepion as a religious level, because here you'll find the remains of the first temple of Asclepius, that dates to the 4th century BC, and the 1st century BC temple of Apollo. This was originally the highest level and contained the altar to Asclepius. Apollo was the father of Asclepius, and there was a small Ionic temple to Apollo on this level beside the altar. These were the 2 structures that the whole Asclepion was built around. The Greek myth is that Asclepius was so good at medicine he could bring people back to life, and this freaked out Hades, the god of the underworld. Hades asked Zeus, the king of the gods, to kill Asclepius so as not to decrease the number of mortal souls making their way into the underworld. At the Asclepion, people would sleep in the temples overnight in a dormitory. It was called incubatio, and in the morning they would have received their healing instructions from the god, or else tell their dreams to one of the priests, who would interpret the dream and provide the prescription. Not much of the 3rd and final level survived the earthquake of 554. And here you'll find the ruins of what would have been one of the ancient world's wonderful buildings, an enormous temple of Asclepius Doric, built in the 2nd century BC. Many people will tell you that the Asklepion of Kos was founded by the forefather of Western medicine, Hippocrates, who was born, lived and died on Kos. But he had died by the time the sanctuary was created. In Kos town you'll find the plane tree of Hippocrates, where he was believed to have given tutorials to his medical students. His disciples practiced medicine at the Asclepion, and it remained a functioning sanatorium until the earthquake in 554. So that's a quick tour of the Asclepion in Kos, the number 1 archaeological site to visit while you're holidaying on this beautiful island.
Make sure to sign up to our newsletter so you don't miss out on all the exciting news. about Kos, the other Dodecanese islands, and all of the new and upcoming destinations that we're going to take you to in Take Me to Europe tours.